Welcome back, everyone, to Disco Elysium. When we last left off, we were in a prolonged discussion with Joyce Messier, the representative of Wild Pines. Well, more than representative. The point of the representation is these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him. That's all I need. We can move on to another topic. I've talked to Everett Clare, you know. You have? How did you like Mr. Clare? Finally, time to choose sides. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's very reasonable. Of course, he must have his practical uses. How else could he have kept his position all these years? Or wait, actually, he could have kept it with corruption. Fantastic worm-like corruption that reaches into the bowels of the earth. The RCM does not pick sides in this matter. I hope it doesn't come off any other way. Of course, and I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. Discussing something. How could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping. Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her. She'll like you for it. I'd rather talk about something else if you don't mind. Of course, detective. What can you tell me about the lynching? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers. Of course, ma'am. I'm Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice. Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective? Remember my partner told you I'd suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to that. I see. So you're saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. Oh, dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in this conversation. As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM. Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge. Suggestion! Fuck! I wish I had my coat. But I got a +1 for sympathy for your boat and +1 for pitying my boat failure. Oh, wait, what? What's lowering my suggestion? Oh, is it my fucking glasses? God damn it. Well, let's see if I can negotiate my way out of this. Yeah! She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her, insinuate. Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials. I'll be frank with you, I'm going to break protocol. I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible. You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain. Such as? Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason they're profiting from it. The company has tried looking into the matter before you, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though, if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause. Detective, a word in private before we continue. Excuse me for a moment, madame.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would.
How did you hope it would go? Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchman. Really? I thought it was going so well. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along. Or she's simply an inept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. What do you propose, that we don't investigate the drug trafficking? No. If there's reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim that we're siding with the Union, or that we're on the take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose, we ask her that we investigate briefly, but do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand information on the lynching. Alright. Sounds good. Oh no, the shades lower my drama. What's lowering my suggestion? Oh damn it, this white satin shirt. But I love my conceptualization bonus. Wah. Oh well. We're straight lowballing it from now on.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessings. Ingredients for what, ma'am? Meth, dextroamphetamine, GBL, various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make with this stuff. Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal? Yes, after they clear the terminal we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here. Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the union also produces the product? We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no, as far as the company knows, the union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. So you want us to investigate? Yes, but you won't be able to get anything out of Everett in the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. We're going to need bolt cutters for this? Unlikely, officer. And I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at the roundabout. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now? Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. She gives you a knowing look. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded like that, is it? No, we asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour into the streets of Evershall. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary. A cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets from Martinez to Jamrock. In the traffic, you hear the clinking of glass vials concealed beneath tarpaulin, or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold? Fucking misery. A lot of it. It comes from the large Samaran factories in Tiananmen, Sigay, and Jinhao. The litterage they must get from the terminal alone must be oceanic. Well, at least this solves one mystery. What is that, Lieutenant? Well, I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first moved in on my motor carriage. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kitsuragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. We'll see where this case takes us. Probe the driver, see what it yields. Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will have something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. Do you know something about these tattoos? That's the man who was killed. Then I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. So you do know something about the tattoos. Better not to tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there's something else I can help you with. You seem rich. Can I have some money? Is that what you want to say? But isn't it that easy? Well, why not? Look at that lady. Take a gander. What nice fabrics. Why, yes, tucked away under the raincoat. A silk shirt and matching scarf. While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from cold, her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind of eyes, the rich man, that seem to say, everything is possible. And now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A sight of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... What is this feeling? I've never felt it before. Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there in being to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of the Nil? As I was saying. Yeah! Mazovian socioeconomics approve! I heard billions! Oh, I can retry it if I fail. Well, let's go for it. Give me some money! Voila, you're doing it! Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs. You seem rich. Help me. I'm poor. I need money to keep living. Ah, yes, of course. How much do you need? She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. 130 real. That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large. She reaches into her raincoat and pulls out a zip bag. In it, you see paper notes arranged like back gills. She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch. So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still. Funny that you're worried about this and not the ruthless exploitation of the entire human race. You're right, ma'am. That donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct. Which he most certainly will. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing your salaries? Nothing! We are all good. What in the absolute fuck? Sorry, I just didn't expect that to work. Yo, ma'am, I need money so I can have a place to live. Thank you, ma'am. Well, shit. Talk about swallowing my pride. So, now that we've spoken with Sadie, her artistic impulses are infectious. Speak to me, wall. Yes. Because you see it. Finally, this wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors. Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain. All the other walls and all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God. More. Oh, Wallfather. Kim, I must paint this wall. Add more beauty to it. What? He sounds tired of it all. First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty. Sure. The lieutenant looks up at the wall reluctantly and then back to you. I'm sure I'll find the materials, and then we can come back to this magnificent wall. I suppose we'll have to pass by it again at some point. Alright, there's a character over here, but I don't know if he's here at this hour. He is! Yes! The smoking man! Yo, what up? You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Hello, Virgil Texas. I mean, the smoker on the balcony. Another member of Chapo Trap House come here to lend his voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. No trouble for me. Just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Maybe I can evoke some words. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony is a great view of the whole thing. Actually, sorry, sir. The gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt. Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging? I'd even go as far to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away? We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday? Oh, you already asked me that, didn't you? Did I? I'm pretty sure I didn't. No, not you. Some more muscular type. The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook. And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman? Last week? I don't know. Look. He looks around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the windows, sills and dead houseplants. Too late to do them any good. It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life. You didn't answer the question. Where were you? What were you doing last Sunday? I had a friend over. What kind of friend? It was my Sunday friend. A Sunday friend? How intriguing. What's your friend's name? Did he see something? He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring window stands silent. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you. Can you tell me a name? My name is Martin Martinez. That's definitely not his real name. You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you? No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of the well, every sound captured and reflected back. All right. We'll talk later. No, we won't. He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony. Now, if you excuse me, I really need to get going. Try to convince him to stay. Nice! This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion? A hint of understanding? When he speaks again, his voice is soft. I'm sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail. But, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards the stone placed right by the next to the door. It's a sign. Good luck with the investigation, officer. He walks away. He's gone. We should run after him, see where he went. No point running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. So we just give up? He could be a witness, him or his Sunday friend, muscular type, who's asking about the case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw attention to that stone there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask for his apartment. Hey! If you don't succeed on that suggestion, don't worry, there's another way in. Yoink! How are we going to find the right one? We'll just have to go in and see. Chairs and tables, eaten by rain and rot. Racked with rot, it reeks and wrecks. Another splattering of bullet holes. More old bullet holes, at least half a century. Different era altogether. These bullet holes look like the bullet holes we saw before. Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you are right, more old bullet holes from the revolution. Man, how many people got shot during this revolution? Lots. I do believe this is the door we're meant to unlock. Hey, an orange bum hat and some Nosafed. Now I can wear a hat, which gives me +1 reaction speed, but -1 rhetoric. Feeling twitchy. Hobo brain. Don't get hobo brain, kids. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Carefully knock. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment. I guess no one is in. Lieutenant, what is your opinion of the task we're undertaking? Let's be honest, this isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about. So you won't mind if I unlock it? I mind that a local thug is using the RCM for his busy work, but if this gets us to the bottom of the hanging, I am willing to overlook it. On the other hand, we could just tell Efrart we opened the door and leave. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it. Lie to Efrart? I guess that's an option. Yes, presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You look this task. You make the call. I will unlock the door. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. Just a whistle. Oh, I'm definitely going in. I might steal something too. I am not above thievery. Ooh, some magnesium. Huh, a small suitcase full of clothes. I guess guests are staying over? A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. This is the red flag of the Revachol de Suzerainty. What's with the sun? This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. Tell me more. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns are on the big one. This complex halo phenomenon is how old Revachol got its flag. Huh. Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain. Lieutenant is an old-fashioned guy. Don't bow to the flag. The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with the sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags. Looks like a children's drawing. Yoink! What's in the box? An intersolary dress shirt. Huh. Yoink. Good with numbers. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. And a rack of mugs. Colonial mug collection. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols, a broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. Tap the mugs. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies are drawn. What do you mean uncomfortable? It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath he's just making fun of these people. Huh. I don't think I like the owner of this apartment. No one's telling you to like him. You might learn something from him, though. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs and puts it back down with a look of disdain. I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment. Let's boogie. Into the next episode on Disco Elysium. It's time for us to continue investigating. Touch all the things. Like a cat. Knock over all the stuff. Is what I